Hey guys, Czar here. Hope all is well. Trust you're having a good day. It is Wednesday, also known as Hump Day, October 23rd, 9:28 a.m., almost 2 minutes to the open. The daily frame, guys, NASDAQ and S&P left and right. We have two inside days. See that there? With bearish bodies, almost identical pictures in terms of the candles, even as it relates to relative size versus yesterday's range. Relative size versus yesterday's range. So we have a neutral to slightly bearish posture coming into the open. This is the Two Sisters 1 minute chart, VWAP, volume weighted average price, two standard deviations, NASDAQ and S&P once again. We are at and have been kind of trailing two standard deviations on the way down here in the pre-market. I place less emphasis on VWAP and posturing coming into the open. That's more relevant to me after we get a bunch of New York volume, but it's important to know where this is nonetheless. My power grid, guys, or my main trading grid is this daily top left. There's that inside candle. 30-minute chart, guys. Here you can see a tight, narrow range in Asia after a pretty big day yesterday in New York. As you can see, lots of movement. Tight range in Asia, expanding range in the UK session, coming down into a pretty key support zone right here on or near the open. We're 1 minute away from the open. And so it'll be interesting to see if we can break and close beyond here and drive down to try to kind of complete the range here, fill that wick from yesterday on the daily, see it up there? Or if we're going to firm up here and potentially go sideways or range up. Now there is news at 10 a.m., fairly significant news, and so I'm going to be very careful to wait until after the 10 o'clock news, that's in 30 minutes, or to take a trade that I believe will be completed before the news, or at least has a high chance of doing so. Most likely I will wait until after 10 a.m., in which case this could be a very boring video, and I will use the pause button religiously throughout. I am still struggling with some throat issues, and so I will talk as little as I possibly can through this, guys, and just bring you back for the most important parts. We're about to open, and we are now open here, guys, on the New York session, and I'll bring you back in a few minutes as things develop. All right, guys, there's the 1 minute open range. It is set, and we are sitting in the middle of the open range at this point. Here's the NASDAQ open range. 30-second chart. Nothing to do. Nothing to do here, guys. I'm not going to react to this. I may consider a short here, guys, at a break of the session low. Yeah, sell stop order, guys. Sell stop order. Stop above the pivot. Pretty straightforward. So what am I seeing here, guys? Daily is an inside day, permissive to both longs and shorts, but it is a bearish body with room to go to tag the bottom of yesterday's range. That would be my target. You see the cursor up there? See the line? Right there. As that would be a completion of that wick. It's a wick fill style trade if we break down below. If we don't break down below, there is no trade or setup for me. All right, guys, I'm canceling this idea. I'm just watching the stance. I'm not loving the strength of the bulls here with this higher high, these big white candles. And so I'm taking off this marker, canceling that order. All right, guys, we have news in about 30 seconds. Nothing for me to do, obviously. And so far, no real reaction here, guys. All right, guys, no reaction to the news. And so now, sell stop order below the low of the day. Let's see if we're going to resolve down instead of up. Stop above 1, 2, 3 pivots. And I'm in, guys. I'm in. Short the NASDAQ. This is the resolution to the tug of war, to the grind, and to the release of 3 or 4 news items, all at the same time. Remove this marker. So why am I short? Inside day, bearish body, looking for a wick fill of the prior day's range right there. My target is in fact the bottom of that wick, just outside of it, but close enough. My only real unit of doubt here is this key zone here from yesterday, the overlap from UK into the New York session with a big strong drive up. But the fact that we've meandered back down by gravity shows me that after all these news items came out, the resolution breaking below this congestion zone shows me that we could potentially take it down there without too much trouble. But we'll see. I would not be taking this if this was an up day or if this was even a bullish body because of that zone. The daily posture overrules that, given everything else I mentioned. So I've shown you this zone here, guys. I'm going to remove it for the sake of the trade image so we can see. You can see that prices did in fact go beyond once, twice, 3 times. It was only the bodies where the zone was marked, of course. It's just the way that I do it. But the actual price travel was beyond. Here comes the caffeine, and done. Thanks for being with me, guys. Have an amazing day. We'll talk to you soon.